Okay. So all that said, let's go ahead and just dive on in. And hey, Hugin, how's it going? We're starting over from scratch, because the game erased my save data. Oh, lordy. Yes, I know about the skill system. So we're going to go for kind of the same plan this time. That's just... damn.
Wither before me.
Hopefully it'll actually save it this time. I don't want to lose another 5 hours of progress, but we'll give it another try. I will try to be nice to it. We'll see if we actually had our items save in our stash at least. Maybe we got some of it still? Although we lost all of our main gear. Oh, there is one way to check. Few materials. Oh, yeah, I'm fairly certain it didn't even save our stash. That sucks. Anyhoozle. We're gonna try starting over from scratch again, I guess. I have a better idea of what I want as far as skills go. And yeah, it should be relatively easy. We're gonna focus in on going probably ice mode. If I had to like pick one right now. We'll go with that and improve our belt. Please don't let it have deleted my stuff I took out of the stash at least. But there was no way I could have seen that one coming. Guess that's the problem of going early access. I don't know. But we'll see. We shall see. Had all that gold too. We were just getting kind of going with having mages. And I'm going to get lost again going through here. I can already guarantee you that. Because I will not remember everything I did yesterday. Because usually I'm pretty quick to play and forget. I need to alter this other skill over, huh? Yep. Okie dokie. Sorry, not skill, but... go with Knights on R. Clear these out. But yeah, we're going to go for mostly the similar thing. Maybe I'll go for some different skills as we're going through the first part and then respec, but it's definitely rough. Yeah, it's pretty much the exact same. What's really weird about it is it saved when because I just straight exited game yesterday. I didn't go back to the character select. But it saved me deleting the other character and moving their stuff out. But it didn't save... It's very strange. We can sell that. It didn't save me playing through the game and exiting. So it saved some of it, not all of it. Okay, as far as stuff that we're just going to get rid of, it's just going to be junk, mostly. So let's go ahead and just throw those over there. Amulet, I mean, is fine. Health on kill might actually be... No, we're not going to do that. Increase necrotic damage, increase stun chance. Sure, we'll go with that and the orb. Get rid of those. Pick it up, please. And that's actually mildly frustrating. I'm not going to linger on it. We're going to actually progress through the game again, though. And hope for the best this time. We'll sell some stuff to Junker here. And move on. Oh, we do have some gold.
Carry on then.
How do we... Hold up. How do we have gold? Besides just selling the, like, junk items there. We don't start with 2,000 gold. Which is about what I would have had if I got into this. But we were at, like, 12,000 before. I don't know. I don't know what happened. They said they fixed it. Hopefully they fixed it. Hopefully we can actually make progress today. It's just going to make this take probably 1 day longer. Because my back's not bothering me too much today, so I should be able to do at least a medium-length stream. I still need to do some writing and stuff, but that's fine. We're gonna probably rush through the first part, just because, yeah. We've already seen it yesterday. Hopefully it won't take me 5 hours to get through it again.
Feel my wrath.
And hopefully we'll actually find some decent gear along the way. Because last time we did get some good gear. We got some decent stuff. I doubt we'll get the ring again. I really, really doubt we'll get that unique ring again, which is mildly upsetting. But I think we'll be okay. Got a new passive point. Let's go ahead and use it. I got it. Please go away, little prompt. Okay, so we have one unspent point. I'm going to go for Blood Aura again. Probably won't go for Aegis, oddly enough. We're going to just go for some of these low ones and get our 20 points spent in it. Maybe grab the Dark Rituals and the Ethereal Revenant. But beyond that, I don't think we're going to need too much from the base tree. We're just looking for it to give our minions a little bit of a bump there. Stolen Vitality could be useful because we actually have something over here that takes advantage of Vitality, if I remember correctly. Like plus damage for each Vitality. Or something like that. Max number of skeletons there. Skeleton Vanguard. I'm looking... Oh, Skeleton Vanguard on kill chance. You have a chance to summon a Skeleton Vanguard from the corpse. The minion that deals melee physical damage using a spear. You're limited to 3 active Skeleton Vanguards. This node also grants additional melee physical damage to Skeleton. Okay, summon from any source. How do we actually summon those? Which is kind of an odd thing. But yeah, I thought we had something that gave something for Vitality, like damage for Vitality. So we might go for a little bit of Vitality up as well. Am I actually... Yeah, I'm live. I think. Yeah, I'm live. It's just not being propagated at all. And I don't want to hear chat. Yeah. Have it disabled in the options. So we want that gone, and that gone. Oh, anyway, so how are you guys doing today? Besides having to watch me restart from scratch. Oh, it'll be fine. We'll get back to where we were. I mean, it's not like the first time I've replayed a game. We should be getting close to, yeah, level 4 for that. To get the extra little bit of a love there. With improving our other skills. I have to say, the life leech on this character, very nice early on.
They took her.
So our goal is to just rush to the point where we get to choose Necromancer. We might get there at earlier levels, because we're just going to be pushing straight for it. Especially now that I know that I can probably survive 90% of it. So that'll be a good thing. But by not wandering around as much, I'm not going to get nearly as good of gear. But we do actually have just some stuff that we can use. We're still going for Chonky Golem and a bunch of summons. I might go for slightly focusing a bit more on making durable little dudes, but it'll be fine. I guess it kind of helps that I didn't look at the skill options I had while we had all that equipped. Okay, so for skill specialization, I'm actually going to go for the summons first. I think. Even though Rip Blood is nice. I think we want to go down here first. We'll grab the Hollow Walkers. We'll get the one that gives us just one warrior, and then we're going to go for the fire ones as well. So let's see. Yeah, we get 2 of that. We go ahead and get the Hollow Walkers, then we get the Aegis of Death. Then we grab Unholy Rage, Marrow Walkers, and we get Lone Guardian. We only have 1 Skeleton Warrior summoned at once. This mainly allows us to get some good range going. Because range is going to be kind of what I want going on in all this. Is this going to be any better than either of our rings? Increased critical strike chance and damage over time. Nope, we don't have those for a while. We might not even go poison and bleed on the orb here. I might end up just going pure on kind of support for our guys with it. Because that seems to make a little bit more sense to me. Let's see. Yeah, game audio's on. Ooh, that reminds me. Did it actually save my audio settings? It might not have. Oh, goodness. Yeah, it for not saving things could have impacted a lot of things. Because we changed... No, it actually saved my sound settings. So we have voice acting at full volume, but we don't have anything else. We do actually have our little wraiths, so I will have to try and remember to use those. Because they're actually kind of handy. And while we don't necessarily need all this gold, it will be handy for getting back to where we were. Okay, enemy's going to go ahead and spawn his little friends. There's nowhere to run, but I don't need to run. I need to murder. I need to leave bloodstains all over the map. I do think, if I remember correctly, there is a day-night cycle in this. There you go. Aerospecs Orient. Ouch. And we'll take that level up in a minute. I just want to kill this guy first, because frankly, he's going to be irritating if we don't. I'm so glad that our blood is just not doing any mana cost. Otherwise, things would be bad. Oh, we got a unique scepter. Is it going to be good? Spreading flames on hit. More damage to enemies afflicted by spreading flames. Is spreading flames. Fire spell mana cost. We don't have any fire spells. But that looks like it might be... No, I think actually the one we have is better. Although, we will keep that for in case we play like a wizard or something like that. That'll be fine. Okay, so back to Necro. More damage. Because that makes sense to me. I just love how that splatters blood everywhere.
Did Balthus send you?
Okay, what do we do now? Goodbye. Give us the shard. Take the shard. Go through the portal. I said I was going to rush through stuff, and here I am looking around and seeing, ooh, shiny unique. Nice. Oh, I know. I'm easily distracted. Give me a break.
What just happened? This place.
Maybe I should start a poll as to whether we do cold or fire golems. I don't know if we can actually look at the golem stuff until we... Can we? We can. Okay. So there's Pyre Golem, there's Blood Golem, and there's Death Chill Golem. I'm going to probably, if I start a poll, it's going to be between fire or ice. So let's do that real quick. Oh, there it is. Engagement. Start a poll. Ask community. There we go. This Necro song is a story of fire or ice. Which one do you want? Choose wisely.
Hello, bless Sotero's name.
The Void, what are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. Let's just go on to the next mission. Hopefully there's not, like, split endings in this. That would actually kind of suck a little bit. Let's switch that to live chat. Oh, I hate how that is displaying. Can I close that without ending the poll? There we go. Yeah, I can. I can see chat. So are we going to be a song of fire or a song of ice? Because you can't be a song of fire and ice. That's kind of trademark. We aren't doing nearly as much damage as we were in the previous one. It doesn't feel like, at least. I could be wrong. Ouch. Thankfully, we have... I think we get 10 back per cast, basically. And we have so many other skills that we can kind of mess around with. Let's see, increased melee damage, physical damage, blah blah blah, just junk on those. They're garbage. And yes, we can still do foraging. I might do some of it earlier, but it's like, why bother right now? Because we don't really have that much that we can upgrade with. So it's just a whatever. And you upgrade to 2 of that. I have a rough idea of the build we had before. But it's not going to be that big of a deal. Ouch. And in a pinch, yes, I can actually drop the volume a bit. Just on the fly, but it requires digging through menus.
Watch over you.
Okay, so we got another quest. Yeah, our goal is to just rush through. If you want to see the story beats, they were mostly available in the first stream. We're doing essentially the same thing here. I don't know whether I'm going to upload both. I will. I will go ahead and upload both. We're going to have basically 2 videos on the Let's Play Everything channel of me getting screwed by the game, so people can get a kind of accurate idea of the state it's in right now. Although I wagered that was just a one-off thing. Just a really inopportune one. And yes, this is an offline character. Save that we made it, it just didn't save anything else about it.
Gods be with you.
I'm curious what unique it gives us if we go for the like gambler guy. Whenever we do the little get the book thing, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab that this time because we already have the gloves. It's not like we're not going to be able to do anything with that. Last time we got the gloves, we actually just got worse gloves all around than the ones we had. Okay, grab you. And yeah, if anything gets close to us, I'll just W up and go. Because that will murder them very, very quickly. Eat my ghosts. Does that actually tell us what they'll go into? It do. Okay. Please? Thank you. Okay, we're going to probably go the same path we did last time, which is just a loop around the bottom, then get to the top, and then do our, like, main actual quest. I don't need to be keeping all these blue items, so... Can we actually just drop that? No, there is no hotkey for dropping, I don't think. Those I'll keep. Yeah, for the most part, I'm liking the game so far. I actually do enjoy the game. I just wish we didn't have to deal with some of the early access bugs. I mean, they happen to all games, but always a bit more of an issue whenever it happens really late in the early access, because they're on 0.9. It's closing in on full release, and it should be within the next few months that it goes to 1.0. But unless something gets really delayed. And we will take the rare hatchet. Health potion, yes. Or damage. Always more damage. If you can't get a bit of damage, you don't want to mess with it. And I will make sure that I go through the kind of log out to your character select and all that fun stuff next time I save, just to make sure that it doesn't cause, so it has less risk of causing a bug. I am really curious how they managed that though, because the save system, I don't remember there ever being a problem with it before. So it's not like an old version caused that. It's more like something with the new files that they updated. Maybe they changed the way the save system works and it just kind of got caught in that. But I don't understand what the problem with the old save system was. Because I don't remember there being any bugs that came up with it. If there were some, people can mention them in chat and I will look at them and kind of consider them. I admittedly haven't looked at like all the bug reports for it. What are you? Summons a twin at half health and rages at half health. Lovely. Summon your duplicate. Last episode, now you're... That guy named Ulf or Poop? I'm not sure which episode released. I would need to go see which one it is. I can look after stream, but we got this last time, but way later. I mean, it's better than our current armor. So we'll take it. We got dodge rating now. And then we'll grab... Oh, hi. Oh, we don't have any friends. Okay. That was bad. Ended up with no friends. None whatsoever. Now we have 4. Yeah, it's probably Ulf. If memory serves. And how's it going, DB? And sorry to the people tuning in who thought we made a lot of progress last time. What are we doing back at the beginning? I'm going to mention this probably once every maybe 30 minutes or so.
Farewell.
That unfortunately the save failed us. It didn't actually save. So we're having to start over from scratch, and I'm going to not get that cool ring. Which is, honestly, the ring is the only thing I'm kind of upset about. The rest of it, take it or leave it. I don't think there's a way to, like, directly kind of guarantee drops, even on single player. Although I wouldn't be surprised if there's already, like, ways to hack in items. That comes with, like, pretty much every action RPG. Character trainers, from day one. As long as they're not online, I don't have a problem with people using them. So let's see. The other one is the Worm Herder. Okay, got that going. Yep. And Dexterity Shard. Oh, he got another one. Revives after 2 seconds. He didn't revive for long. You dingus. Go away, you Nerf Herder. And yes, I should probably still make the, like, Grohl joke about bloody, Foo Fighters, but I think we're beyond that now. Okay, Hungering Souls we'll put there, because I think that's going to be better than Scythe for us. Because it's a bunch of little bone spirits. It's great. Necro, every time, exactly. After we beat the game with the Necro, I'm enjoying this enough that I'll probably be going through with other characters as well. Because it is still a fun game. Although I have a feeling it is much more difficult on other classes. Because we have all the distractions. We have all the decoys. We have all kinds of good stuff. And yes, I will use that specialization slot after we finish murder. This. A Drone of Haste needs to go away. Summons a twin at half health, so it gives us double drops. So one thing I like about the twinned ones is they give us more drops. It makes me very happy. Okay, other things we have, that's going to be better. Just because it doesn't look like complete ass. It's always, that's why it looks better, is because it doesn't look like crap. Physical damage, that's not any better. But we will go with that instead of the amulet. We will go with this instead of the chalice, because this is intelligence and resistance. We lose a bit of health regen. Fine. But beyond that, I think we're okay. Okay, so second specialty slot is going to go to... that's actually a tough one. We're going to go with Rip Blood on it for now. As soon as we hit level 10, I want to take it over to Bone Golem. Just so I can start leveling him up a bit more than our Blood Splatter, because our Blood Splatter is low priority. So that's going to be the goal with that. I forgot to do that number. Okay, Jade Ring will take. Everything else can just rot. So I do actually also wonder, what are the chances of like different drops by just curiosity's sake? A silver ring, yes. No, the rest of that. Okay, so we've got all the side quests done. And now we need to report the successful evacuation. Nice. At least this time I won't have as many issues. Learning poison interrupt from my lazy bone video. Ah, yeah, there's issues with that. That's another one of those lovely game bugs that they need to fix. That's in Diablo 2, for those curious, it's a two-handed mace. We are getting all of them but the ones we want. Let's see, chance to chill on hit, increase melee damage, melee physical damage per level, increase melee stun per level. Wow. We go a melee character, we're gonna want that, I think. Go pure on stun boy. But anyway, in Diablo 2, whenever you have poison damage on a target, it doesn't even have to be like an act boss or anything like that. Whenever they're hit, for some reason in Resurrected, it is interrupting the poison damage over time. So the poison damage doesn't apply for that frame, give or take. So you need to have all your hits landing around the same time. So that means telestomping is a bit more important for summoners who use poison in Resurrected than what it is in Lord of Destruction. Okay, so let's grab you. And this should be easy enough to just nuke everything. Because our next place is just up the bridge. Void fused bat, just doing its thing. They're bat to the bone. Okay, silver ring can go away. Cage and tome, no. We'll get better eventually. Especially since once we get to town, we have more options. Now, I'm not going for bows on this build. We might go bows on another character, but I don't think bow necro in this is going to be as fun as it is in other games. Yeah, whenever one dies, another one's healed to full health. That is actually super handy. So, that's actually lots of fun. Keeps them around a bit longer. And let's see. Larger, we can only summon half as many. Kind of an interesting thing. We could just go big swole skeletons as well. Because we get up to 6 by the end of this. So that'd be 3 giant skeletons. And we actually get higher than that whenever we get our full summon thing. Do we just want the swole army this time instead of just going like rando? I'm not opposed to this. I am not opposed to the swole army. Big tanky ones, and I don't know if it actually increases their life. Does it? The swole army... No, it does not increase their life. This increases their damage.
You there, help me.
So Void Penance is just there. We actually get those... some of them will zoom in on them. I'm surprised all 5 is not... There they go. Yeah, this should be fine. All 5 of them zoom in on him. We get a brass scepter of bullshit.
Go on.
Cool.
I'll be right behind you.
Okay, so we got to the council chambers. That's step 1 of the 4 acts we did. We got through 4 acts last time we streamed. My goal is to get beyond that this time. You have that turned in.
You,
Elder Gaspar, we're skipping most of your stuff, unfortunately.
Elder, I hope every please find
And
him
we will
and
get...
have him return.
We're probably going to give it to the little old guy.
What?
Not you, the other one.
Go on then.
You'll give me the
I'm sorry to
option.
laugh.
Yes. You have my attention. Sounds like a
Hope to see you
plan.
again real
So we
soon.
can turn it into
Gold
whoever we
won't save
want.
you, but a blade might.
We do have gambling here. I haven't tried it, but I kind of don't want to right now. We have skill respecs there if we need them. Probably don't. A better armor. And I will sort this garbage off camera. We didn't actually get a better belt and all that, so we're just using the poison on hit thing, I guess. Even though it's not going to help us at all. And that is better amulet, I think. Then we have our hand, which I think, honestly, I like it. Dealt by their spells and bow attacks. So basically, all of our ranged ones are a lot stronger because of Reach of the Grave. They heal themselves. Actually, I think Epoch has 10 axe currently. I could be wrong. You guys are keeping those votes like super balanced. Holy crap. Okay, health gain on kill. Honestly, I think we might want the fighting chance ones whenever we get up to that. Oh, no, never mind. I like the 17 health on kill, but I don't like the extra damage taken. Health regen, yeah, we're going to stick with that.
Yes.
And we'll sell everything else to you. Pretty much the main things I'm going to be picking up are going to be rares, rings, and uniques. Because that's going to be the things that actually make the most sense to me. What are you? Melee physical damage for minions. You can summon wolf. Oh yeah, this one we can't actually do anything else with. Because we can't summon wolves. But we do get increased melee physical damage for them, I guess. Which I'm not sure whether that's better or worse than this. I think the fire resist might be better. We play a summoner druid. That's where we're going.
Yes. Follow your feet.
So, yeah, our next quest is just up here to the left, not too... This is totally my first run. Now, I've played a little bit of it, but I haven't gotten to the end of it. And I know that it's not story complete yet, I don't think. But it should be fairly close. I think there's like plans for like 12 acts or something like that. But they're relatively short, considering we got through 4 in just a handful of hours. And that's without knowing where we're going. We should be able to get through this little bit a lot faster. The soldiers are just like, nah, they're fine. They don't need to be around. These guys could be a pain in the butt. And we got a relic off of that. Nice. I think I might swap out these for transplant, even though this doesn't bring bodies with us. Okay, so this is current health drain per second for 4 seconds when you use a potion. Less void, necrotic, and damage taken for 4 seconds on potion use. That is such a weird thing. Yeah, it drains 5% of our life per second when we use a potion. And it reduces health regen, but it gives us plus vitality. And it gives us void, necrotic, and poison resistance. Sort of. Whenever we use it. I'm not going to use that, but I'm going to keep it in case there's some kind of trick we can do with it. 9 years of map looks like a maze. Yeah, most Metroidvanias do. But that one is fairly straightforward because it's a matter of just following what you can unlock at the time. It's not really as backtracky as some of them. Like, proper Metroid games and stuff like that are all about just, you have to unlock certain gates and things like that. Okay, so nuke them. Grab their rares. Can I have that? Thank you. And just move on. Okay, so I think we just need to return with it now. Our next quest is going to be back upstairs. Let's just grab some stuff to sell whenever we go there. Because we're going to town portal out of this. Because we're going to get what we can. Can I please have that? I don't know why I can't pick up the poignard. There it is. Just taking its time not being picked up. Yeah, we're fine. So at level, I believe it's 8 we get Golem. No, it's level 10. We still have a little bit of a ways to go. Yeah, one more level and we've got the Golem. So let's chuck this junk and then we'll turn in the book to the little guy and see what we have for that. Because it's the same drop regardless of basically when you... That's for crafting items. Yeah, it's the same drop regardless of whether I get it on this character or another one.
These items might be your best bet. Stay safe, it's getting dangerous out there.
An amulet, which is... Oh, it's one of those. Well, we already got 2 of those, I think. You even hate Metroid? Aw. I like some of the Metroids. I don't like all of them. So uniques. Let's go ahead and just dump stuff in there. And now we have 3 of those. We have a quiver. We have all kinds of other stuff. So eventually I will split this up into other things. In fact, it's 5,000 for that. Okay. So yeah, I'll eventually have the unique split up into like tons of other fun things. So we can actually be like, oh, this is my armor tab. This is the other tab for that and stuff like that.
Little time, please.
So the other goal out here is to find Panion's study. Panion? How do we pronounce that? Oh, fire is winning by a slim margin right now. Looks like by 1 vote. You people want to watch the world burn, huh? You don't want to see the world chill out, have enemies debuffed and slowed down, have them under control. You want to watch them catch fire. You want to use flaming arrows. I can use flaming arrows. That's actually not a bad idea.
Feel my wrath.
And that's flaming arrows is actually the reason why I'm like, do we want cold or fire? Because we can do flaming arrows, and then there's the ability to convert it into cold. Then we can just increase all of our minion damage of that type. The only thing I don't like about the fire one, if we can get a little bit of a moment here. Grab that in the ring. I just need to take these guys out first. Is the fire one, if memory serves... Yeah, consumes. So it's like ultimate consumes your allies. So, and it gets more damage. Yeah, it deals more damage. But at the same time, it's kind of tough. Because I don't want it eating all my guys. Whereas the Frost one has a freezing grasp that now, like, additional spell damage and base freeze rate per point in vitality. That's the skill I was thinking of. So that's the one we'd want if we were going vitality on stuff. Took me a minute to find it, but we found it eventually. Okay, tenacity, boop, and a boop. And sorry if I'm not as hyper as I was the other Song of Blood, more like it. Unfortunately, I don't think I can actually make the... Well, I suppose they would be physical, because bleeding is physical damage. But I don't know if I can actually buff these guys at the same time as that. Go and grab this. We have one more level until we get golems back up. And hey, Sassy, how's it going? suppose it is about time for me to explain why we are starting over from scratch. I need to remember to mention that every now and then as people come in and go. But yes, we have started over from scratch, unfortunately. As the game did not save any of our progress yesterday. So we're going for a similar build. We're going to try it through the end of the game. Hopefully it saves today. If it doesn't, I guess we're moving on to Path of Exile. We'll find out. We'll find out after today's stream. But I think it should be fine. They said they patched it. So hopefully we are. There are people who lost even more hours of progress than I did, so I can't be completely hating on it. I can just be unhappy about it, marginally. And is this belt better than what we got? Increased necrotic damage, health, increased cold damage. Nope. People say that in global, never had it happen. It supposedly was a bug with yesterday's patch. Because the yesterday's patch was like 0.9 or something like that, and then they had to do a hot fix today to fix that. So, yay. Okay, so skill-wise, gotta level up on this. I'm going to be swapping this out for Golem as soon as we get to it, so I'm not too worried about just dumping points into it. Okie dokie. So that's good there. Passives, we don't have the points for it. We're going to get Golem next level. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just take these off. Just so I don't get used to them and so that it'll populate with the skills as we unlock them. Hi, how you doing there? Are you looking for Pagnon? He already left to take the shard and face the void himself. He will fail. It is too late for us and soon it will be too late for him as well. Too late for everyone. Ouroboros is already here. Oh no, it's Lavos. Ow, that hurts so bad. Thankfully, we are still just getting life back. They get very angry at my skeletons, which is fine by me. Boom. Good job. We got a unique wand out of it. Yeah, the only thing I'm, like, upset about missing is the ring we got. Rest of it is just whatever. There was some decent gear that we had, but it was just rares and crap. Alchemist Ladle, 25% chance to oh, it's only on melee hits. Ignite, chill, shock, bleed, slow, poison, and blind on a hit. Increase melee attack speed. That is a lot of things all at once. It's all the things all the time. But yeah, I've never heard of it having the save issue before. Maybe if it did, then that would mean that it might have just been a hangover from an old patch.
I fear you. Please stop him.
We gotta do all the stopping of all the people. Of course, we also gotta sell all of our crap as well. Yeah, I'm gonna be a bit less perky today because it's a rainy day, and my caffeine is just not doing anything. So we're just kind of moving forward. Is there another exit from this place? Is this? Oh, I think we come back in down there. We can look in a bit. Okay, so we need to find the armory, which shouldn't be too terrible to do. We do actually have a decent chance of splash. Okay, now we actually have our golem available. Yeah, that's just a treasure room right there. We'll let our little minions fight these things. Yeah, it's same old treasure rooms, a bunch of stuff for us. Boink, boink. Now the rest of those look good. Silver ring, jade ring. Yeah, we're taking the rings because they're good gold per slot. Okay, so skill-wise, we need our passives. We got that at 8. I think we need to start leveling this so we can get to the ethereal revenants. I don't know if we want to dump too many points into this stuff, though. This is actually fairly handy, though. But let's go ahead and get... Is that not... Do we not have golem? Oh, we only have 9. It's not our level, it's our skill point investment that unlocks them. Derp derp. I have words in my brain. They work. I remember some things. Like I remember pants. They go on my legs and make me warm when it's cold. Or make me sweaty when it's warm. Because you know, ass sweat is probably the purest form of sweat in the entire world. It's salty and boggy. That's just gross. Can I pick up the ring, please? Thank you. Yeah, early access games are always a bit rough around the edges, and I'm working on a kind of like review for Liberté off camera as well, because that's going to be releasing in just a few days. April 6th, I want to say. So you can get your roguelite and your deck builder in the full 1.0. I'm curious if they're going to keep going to 1.0 without having all the chapters done on this. I don't know. Or if they're going to keep updating after 1.0. Because a lot of money and time has gone into making this game. I would say that's probably more than most of the other action RPGs that are competing with things. I think Grim Dawn and Blizzard games are pretty much the only ones that really compete on the price. Maybe Grinding Gear games with Path of Exile, but they've got backing from Tencent. So they're not going to be running short on money anytime soon, and they're getting plenty of things to justify the cost. For a free-to-play game that is considered one of the best monetization things, Path of Exile really does charge a lot for certain things.
Feel my wrath.
Okay, so we got enemies floating around. That's fine. Yeah, this should not be too difficult. Ouch, get off my face. Thank you. Yeah, Idol of Loathing. I'm not sure if they're using the word idol properly. He doesn't seem like an idol. Seems like a worm. A giant frickin' worm. That drops nothing. Oh, goodness gracious. And yes, I will forget which way to go. I don't have the maps memorized, even though I just played them yesterday. Go resummon everything so we actually have decent damage, like absorption. Oh, wow. Okay, grab all those. They're basically a gold pile at this point. You just take up an inventory slot rather than, you know, our face. You'll feel Alzorath. It's not how you pronounce my name. Okay, that is the way we're supposed to go over there. So that means kill these first. Okay, so that might be better than something we have. Cold resist, void resist, increased damage over time, dodge rating. Yeah. Let's see. Viper Tail versus Rare. I think our Viper Tail's not much different. Let's summon all the things. Yes, exactly. We have the army. And we didn't even get our gold shrine this time. That sucks. I think I've only seen one of those gold shrines so far. That makes me mildly sad. We've gotten a lot of the frost beetle ones and the whatever this one is. Reflective shrines. We don't really have much in the way of reflective damage. Okay, so we want to go here. Entering the precipice. The precipice of your demise. Yeah, we are on the hunt for the better action RPGs. On this one, I think I'm going to go up this time. I think it'll lead to the same place. But we might be able to get that other waypoint up here this time. And it also gives us, you know, different scenery. There's another ice beetle one. They are going back there to fight something. What are you fighting back here, my friends? More purple shit. Okay. The upper district. We actually find anything up here? Map-wise, oh yeah, we actually have a map here. Oh, we've got a quest. My friends, neighbors, everyone in my block and district, promise them safety under the gaze of Terra. Do what I can. Signs of the last refuge civilians in the upper district. Oh, so we have like a whole thing we can do up here. Sweet. Then it'll eventually lead back around to giving us the other quests. So that's not bad. We missed a quest last time. Oh, there's plenty of refuge guards. Refuse guards. They're protecting the trash. Got a ton of runes there. And yes, I need to level up my skills. I'll do it in a bit. At this point in the game, it doesn't really matter that much. Theory of build tanky summons. Theory of build's greatest army. Yar. The Undead Lord. We're the Lich King. Ah! No, actually, I'm not going to be a Lich. That is an actual class in this. Kind of like your melee Acolyte. With auras and crap. Basically a Fallen Paladin. If you want, like, kind of a parallel. Dark Knight, Fallen Paladin, that kind of thing. Oh, goodness gracious. I need to drink water. Oh. As caffeine is having negative results. Means I overamped a bit. There we go. Flush your system with water. There's our waypoint for there. And our side quest is going to be that way. So I'm not sure which direction we actually want to be going here. The Lich specialization is not necessarily melee. Well, it's kind of... It looks like... I know. But it looks kind of like it's focused on just... Not necessarily melee, but that kind of Dark Knight vibe. Because you've got, like, Reaper form. You've got the auras and stuff like that. Like Aura of Decay here. But, yeah, I'm sticking with the Summoner. So, we just are having to replay everything. How's it going, Davey? Oh, there's refuge boots. We'll take them and sell them probably.
Feel my wrath.
All the yellow shield guys in 9 years of something or other were a pain in the butt. Okay, so transfer those in, sort items, character. Actually, no, passives are what we need. So we will go with... I'm going to go with some bone auras here. Now we have the bone golem. He's going to go in. We have these to level up as well. I'm going to swap that out for this. Can we actually pull that out of there? He specializes skill. Put the golem in. There's also a Rip Blood Lich build. Okay. Okay. So the vote is currently split. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just go cold. We're going cold. Because it is very much just half and half on the poll the entire time. So we're going to go cold. The question is, what path to the cold are we going to do? I think we go amalgam and around this way. Although this one is handy for the other minions. You know what? I think we will go with the one that supports the other minions. Because that gives us immediate access to Cold Vengeance, which we get 2 points in. And that gives us Death Chill Golem super fast. We can put more points into this later if we want, but it's also getting us access to the growth stuff. I do kind of want this melee damage up, but we'll see. I think we're mostly going to be sticking... Yeah, we're going to be sticking mostly in this bottom half. Although, I have to say, Marrow Eater actually seems kind of tempting as well. So we are not going to go Dread Phalanx. We just want to get bigger stuff. And we're going to go for the Fire Arrow and get this. So this is going to probably be our next little path on here. So we can get this into Lone Guardian, Fire Arrow, and we'll go multi-shot. Actually, no, we'll just go straight into Ice Arrow from it. Yep. And I think, if a memory serves, there's also a node for the mages to go cold, is there not? Yeah, up here, Cryomancers. Pure Frosty the Snow Bastard. Okay. Ooh, nice big swarm of enemies. Oh yeah, we have Golem. We need to summon him. We just grabbed a skill. Didn't bother using it. Yep, we can go Pure Ice. Just kind of handy. If we were going to go, like, Blood Golem, I'd probably go, like, Rogues and stuff for the skeletons. Just kind of, like, lean us into that kind of poison side of things. But I have boost to ranged stuff on my characters, so it's kind of, do I really want to do that? Share my experience with someone. Okay, finally. Okay, we have the... I think we already rescued the people. I wasn't paying attention to what we were doing. Alaskamancer. Oh. I should have named my character Antarctica. A-U-N-T. And gone pure cold, like, guaranteed. But no, we're Necronomnomnomicon. Because that just applies to all summoners. All necromancers can be the Necronomnomnomicon. Okay, so map-wise, yeah, we need to get the waypoint here. We have a shrine. Ooh, damage reflection. Nice. Not that we actually need it. 12. I'm just gonna grab all the things. You guys keep fighting, and I keep pressing R because I've changed up my setup here. Doesn't seem like these guys are going to be too big of a threat. We do have like some splashy stuff for them, but it's like we don't have to worry about most of the things. Well, that's nuking Mr. Happy there. Easy kill. Oh, don't stand in it. Can the fire go away? Thank you. Ruby amulet will take. I don't see anything else there that we need to grab to sell. Although I think we are near a sale point. So let's just keep on trucking then. Thought we had a waypoint in here. Hi, Forge guy. Hi, Forge guy. Okay, as far as what we have, is there anything I need to like salvage off of stuff that you guys can think of? I wish I could actually salvage stuff off of the like Reach of the Grave and stuff like that. Because I would love to just nab that leech effect and the spell and bow attack one off of this and have a different weapon that gives us even more, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. Okay, so you need one more point in Cold Vengeance. Then we can get Death Chill Golem and probably Breath of Formosus will be the next one that we get on him. And then we'll start going Swole Golem over here. And then we'll probably lead into this stuff. Just give him just all the punch. Yeah. Make him a punchy Frosty. I think that's going to work out best for us. Could be wrong. Shard. Nice. And then whenever we start getting more levels up, I'll bother getting probably the blood next, if I'd guess. Unless we get to the mages first. That's for if we drop below 50%. Summons a Revenant. 15-second cooldown. It just kind of sticks around. How long does the Revenant last? It doesn't say. So yeah, we're going to have Revenant. I don't think I'm going to come over to Soul Aegis, even though that increases minion armor. I think this is going to help out more. So we'll just go with the bone. We can switch up to that later on if we want to do some late respecking. Periodically becomes rampant. Well, you're not going to have enough time to become good, sir. Just double checking if there's anything we want to have that helps us more. Necrotic damage, cold resist, increased minion health. Ooh, 21% increased minion health and void resist over what we have, which is poison resist and intelligence. Yeah, we'll go for that. Shield wise, nothing too impressive so far. There's our waypoint. I really am surprised that there's not a pause whenever you're in the menus on single player. Like offline, it seems like that would make sense, but maybe that's like a low priority feature. Because online, I understand why you can't pause. If you're playing with other people, it'd be really obnoxious that every time someone enters a menu, the game itself pauses. That'd be beyond obnoxious. One reason why Diablo 4 doesn't do it. The question is, do we get swole skeletons as well? It increases their damage, but reduces the number we get. Doesn't say it increases their life, so I highly doubt it will.
Feel my wrath.
Commander's Sash. Increase minion damage. Yeah, maybe we'll shatter that. We'll see. Also slightly curious what the maximum forge potential of things is. Because for the most part, we've only been dealing with things that are like in the 20s. But they do seem to be going up a little bit. Oh, minion, jeez. He just angry boy. Sorry, I had to grab a drink there. Increased cold damage. I don't think the increased cold damage applies to our minions. I could be wrong. I think we have to have one that says specifically for minions. Okay. So our gold is up that way. I'm going to grab this quest first, of course. Yeah, it seems like if you follow the waypoints, you're less likely to miss quests. Okay, reach the lower district located beyond the armory. Yeah, I don't see us having too many issues. That's another rare ring. Strength, increased physical damage and health. I think I prefer the increased spell damage. We are getting a little bit on the full side. I probably need to ditch a few things. But we should. I think this is gonna be this is gonna be another fight. What are you doing? Leave me, run! I can feel myself changing. Okay. Changing into what? Are you turning into a butterfly? I would love to see that. Husk of Elder Panion. Elder Panty Raid, please die. Ow. It actually didn't hurt at all. It just looked like it would. We are leeching it back faster than he can hurt us. Oh, that one wasn't. Very angry at me. Okay, so we dropped below 50%. That means we got our little friend. Got ourselves a relic off of it. Nice.
Seems he
Please let
failed
that
to
one be a
handle
little
the
bit
void's
better.
Power. Pathetic.
Okay, elemental damage leached his health. We don't have elemental damage. We could swap out the blood for something and try and switch it up to elemental damage. Increase chill shock, chill shock and ignite on hit with elemental skills. Do any of these have the ability to turn elemental? Bone splinters hits deal significantly more damage. More damage versus bleeding enemies. Let's see. Nice. Gold. Feeling CO is just catching like random other words. Yeah, I think it's just catching other words. I don't think this will go to anything other than poison. I don't think we actually have anything that's going to give us elemental damage. Does Harvest turn into elemental? Let's see what it actually uses for damage. Yeah, it says cold. Oh yeah, and it won't even... Hey, Riss, how's it going? Trying to see if there's any way to deal cold damage. Not directly, so we're kind of out of hope there. So that's another thing that's just going on the pile of like, well, that's neat, and then I'm not using it until I switch classes. Not getting quite the same luck. So you know how you speaking of risks, you know how you said you forgot to save before the last dungeon and you lost an hour of progress in a certain other game? This game just did that to me. Getting all the books now. So it looks like we've got kind of like starter for elemental stuff. We've got starter for druid stuff. Got a melee thing down there. We've got this that's going to just be probably elemental if I had to guess. This seems like it would be another just kind of tanky character thing. Actually, that could be a rogue thing as well. Got bows. Yeah, we got a mix of stuff going on here. It's almost like we have a bunch of half kind of baked classes here.
Yes.
That's rough. When it happened to you, you quit the game and shoved it to the shelf for another time. Well, I kind of want to cover this before the full release, so I will give it another try. Okay, so it's shift right click. Yep. Building up our gold. And I'm breaking my right mouse button. Okay, so we got that. We need to talk to somebody in here about what we did. Another passive point.
Stay safe.
Talk to you. Okay, got that one. Search for the time rifts. We know what that one's going to be.
Why entice even by you? Thank you.
Gold and idle slots, yay!
Please.
More idle
Gods
slots.
have long left this world. But
Okay, so we've got more idols. We lost the ones we had before. We had some actually cold damage ones that we had before. Okay, so more idols. Let's see. Yes, I'm aware. We have an idol system. Okay, chance to shotgun hit, increased stun duration. Neither of those are particularly great for us because we're not really doing either of those. Minion fire damage might be semi-useful for like transitional things. And minion poison damage, I think we go for chance to poison on hit. Just do some poison damage. But for the most part, those are going to be just very mediocre. We actually have plus vitality on anything here? We do, right there. So that could be handy. If we go with that instead. Here, let's talk to you. Doop. Okay, get rid of those. Get rid of that. Respec the 1 point in that. Respec 1 point in that. Oh, wait, we actually have to have it. In fairness with you, Brave Prove was on its third attempt. First try had an issue with the English patch that locked up on PS3, and the newer patch required a new game. Oh, dang. You're planning on streaming that later today, right? I might raid you. Okay, so we have that done. Working on this next, although we could go Fire Arrow right away. I'm going to go for Marrow Walkers first. Marrow. Hoping the fact that you'll be emulating on a more competent system will lead to the game being less of an issue. Possibly. No guarantees.
Do not dwell on regrets.
Okay, so passives, we need to actually get up to that. So I guess we would take one in Bone Aura. And the rest into the Vitality thing. No. We want to take that out of Bone Aura. Okay, get rid of you. Eating up all of our gold. No, it's fine. There we go. That's what we want. Get more vitality on this. That way we have more of a damage boost for the bone golem. I mean, not the bone golem, the frost golem. Because it's going to be freezing grass and freeze rate per vitality and damage per vitality. So this is going to boost our damage.
Do not
Probably start in a
dwell
couple
on
hours.
regret.
Groovy. So we're almost at Frost Golem, by the way. We just need to get that little bit more experience, and we'll be transforming him into Death Chill Golem. You play Red Dead Redemption on PS3? Nice memories. I actually haven't played that. Sadly. So let us dive down here, and we will take our next step of the journey, which is reach the surface beyond the sheltered wood. Search for other time rifts. Cool. We're making slightly better progress, although I'm not entirely sure. I'd actually have to see how far along we were at the hour mark, because I did have to fuss around at the beginning of this trying to figure out if I could recover the save. It just didn't save. So there was no recovering it because it didn't exist. Die, Druid. I wonder if there's like a equivalent of the Druids. Probably like Treants, if I had to guess. They just didn't want to get into like legal issues or something, maybe. No telling. So, down here. Oh, you guys are fighting something. Cool. I thought there were poison explodey things here. I'm having to switch ears. Ah. Yes, I have an earbud in a solitary ear. Not exactly the most optimal thing ever, but it works for me because there's the poison things. Oh, that thing was apparently just all up on top of me and I just didn't realize it. So what was the reason for the game not saving? A bug. And actually they patched it today, supposedly. I say supposedly. There are still reports of it happening 7 hours ago. But I don't know when the patch dropped. Have I ever played Victor Vran? I have it. I've done like a little bit with it, but not enough to actually... Let's see. Increase cold damage, attacks, and spells per point, physical and cold resistance per point of dexterity. Ew. A lot of these uniques seem to have like pros and cons. But yeah, Victor Vran is a pretty fun game. I haven't gotten too far into it. It's one of those that I did some first impressions of but never beat. But yeah, if the bug continues after this, I do have ways. I have ways of continuing the series, but I'd have to knock it out in probably a weekend. Or maybe a marathon stream of the day. Yeah, Victor Vran is a kind of niche action RPG that a lot of people don't know about. It came out on consoles as well. For those of you that are console players, it is a console ARPG. Why I was going to say JRPG there, I don't. Buddy. Hey, we got our gold shrine. I'm happy now. We got one last time and it was like, oh, it's just like never going to give me that again. We got one. For some reason, the gold shrine breaks out my dopamine. We do need to work on our resists. Go away, you little bastards. Thank you. We lost a few friends there, but it's fine. Yeah, if you guys haven't tried it, it's got interesting combat compared to a lot of other action RPGs. I still think probably my favorite, just non-Diablo action RPG is still Nox. Just love how it does like the 3 different paths. It doesn't overstay its welcome. Post-game is completely separate from normal game. Because it's just more of the game except in a just kind of isolated thing. Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing games. Yep, those are other niche ones. Those are another one I haven't actually beaten. I've done first impressions on those as well. But I want to go back, beat them, and do like a full proper review. I'm currently writing the reviews for Liberté, Nox, Warhammer 40k, Inquisition, and oh crap, what was the other one? What platforms is it on? I want to say it was PlayStation 3? Question mark? I know it was on PC because that's what I have it on, but I know it's also on consoles. Hey, Hugon. Okay, let's go ahead and nuke these. As far as this game, this is only on PC right now. I wouldn't mind seeing it come to modern systems, though, because it does have a controller option. I haven't actually tried playing it with controller. Might be more relaxing with controller, but I find mouse to give me more precise movement in action RPGs just in general. So I kind of default to it. Victor Vrand, then PS4 and the Xbox systems. I could have sworn it was on earlier ones as well. But I thought they did a re-release of like the full version. Can we just kill that, please? Trying to get that rotfly hive, but it keeps getting overridden by just rotflies. There we go. Take this ring. Yeah, I just need to get rid of this like infinite spawners. And we don't have very much in the way of our splash right now. Playing it on Switch and it holds up well. Yeah, there's actually a fairly decent number of just all around just good action RPGs. It's just everybody focuses on Diablo, Diablo 2. Maybe sometimes they'll do Torchlight, Grim Dawn, and Path of Exile, which are kind of like your second line ones. Path of Exile, due to being free, does have a wider reach, but yeah, a lot of people ignore ones outside. They're like, there's no good action. There's plenty of good action RPGs. Because you haven't heard of them doesn't mean they don't exist. So we've got Frosty Boy. Doesn't look much different. Come, Death Jill. And we will get you slightly better stuff in uno momento. PC, Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. I'm going to have to look up which action RPG I'm thinking about that was released on PS2 or PS3. And I'm not thinking of Diablo 3. That one I wouldn't mix up, but Diablo 3 for PlayStation 3 actually didn't get all of the expansions. Technical limitations. Or they just didn't feel like backporting it. I think it was more they just didn't feel like backporting it. Oh. But yeah, Diablo 3, I stand by my review. It's a decent enough game, but it doesn't work out exactly great for everybody. Surface of the Ruined Era. Now we get to deal with spiders instead of those all the millions of purple things. Which makes this a lot more relaxing. Unless you're arachnophobic, in which case, I'm sorry. Here's our waypoint for this. I'm slightly tempted to come up here to the Corrupted Lake and get our, like, waypoints through this way. So I think we want to go this way. Taking a little more time through the story, I guess. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 1 and 2 are definitely on there. So Shrouded Ridge is, yeah, up to this. Dungeon the Lightless Arbor. I haven't been there before. Here, I will look. Just real quick, you guys are going to deal with me just standing still for a moment. Let's see. Well, there is a Van Helsing on PS2, but it's not that. Yeah, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance is a classic, but that's one that I'd have to emulate to play, because I think the ports were supposedly, like, bad. Not just, like, a little bad, but, like, not worth buying bad. That could be wrong. At least whenever they released, they were supposedly buggy. Rune of Ascendance. Changes the item to a unique or set item with the same item type. Using this on a silver ring could turn it into any unique ring, including ones that are not silver rings. However, it cannot turn it into a helmet. None of the other properties of the base items are retained. That is okay. I can deal with that. We have a chance at getting another ring! Especially if we get more Ascendancy things. Yeah, I want to get the waypoint up here by the dungeon. I won't necessarily go all the way to the top. Might come back for it. But I want to get this one at the very least and find out what this Dungeon Lightless Arbor thing is. What level are the enemies here, by the way? Does it actually say, or do the enemies even have levels? They don't have levels, but we're doing decent damage to them. So I don't have to worry about that too much. Perfect mantled. I want my like Golem booster ring. I've made my Golem a lot tankier by giving it a ton of armor. So Lightless Arbor. Tab to see area level. Tab doesn't seem to be doing anything. Unless it's in here. Yeah, we have a dungeon thing here. Oh, there it is. Area level 22. That's a weird way of showing it. We do have a waypoint right here, and we have somebody we can talk to.
Over here.
Over here. You have, like...
Human. Can you understand me?
You have a voice actor. Okay.
That's good. Everyone else seems to have lost themselves. As soon as they woke, they started stomping about, rumbling the entire mountain with their steps. They are the only source of life that massive I can sense. So it may have been. Wait, I also detect other humans, and they are all under the mountain. No, this is not good. They won't live there for long while the mountain beneath is lumbering around, causing cave-ins and avalanches. Someone needs to stop them before the humans are all shattered into splinters. You are the only other living being that isn't acting like their head has rotted through, so you're going to have to help me. If you can find a way deeper into the caverns, of course. It's been so long. Can humans see in the dark? That could be a problem. Do not worry, though. there are clusters of pyre amber that give off light you could use. Be careful though. If your bark is particularly dry, you might catch fire. That's good then. Hurry, and find a way in there so we can save the humans.
Ah, so we can save the humans. Okay. Do I really want to save the humans at all? Really? Really? I don't know yet. Each attempt in the dungeon requires a key. Dying or leaving through a portal failed attempts to... Oh, we need a key for it. So no, we can't actually go through it. Well, that's as far that way as we're going. Okay. So I can come back there quickly whenever we finally have a key, though. So that'll be good. Now we just proceed on to our actual quest. I think that's probably the only detour we're going to make. Them go crazy over there. Yeah, because we're going to be veering up that way. I can come back for these other ones. That is the side quest, yeah. And this one is the main quest. Yeah, we'll probably hit the main quest, get kind of caught up here, and then go through this. Not too hard to navigate this game. I imagine once we start getting like randomized maps in the end game, it does get a little bit more complicated, but who cares about end game stuff? I know a lot of people do. And I do see it as being an important thing for a lot of games to consider, especially if they're doing games as a service, which is a common thing nowadays. But for me, I don't get much joy out of just randomized post-game stuff. For me, I'd much rather play through the story a second time if it's a good game. Because big chunk of the enjoyment is actually overcoming the challenges you meet rather than just getting bigger scores, which is generally how I end up feeling when I'm doing post-game content, even in like things like, well, pretty much any action RPG. In JRPGs, I don't tend to have that problem because they're much more story and character driven as opposed to just more stuff. And a lot of people say there's more story in Path of Exile in the post-game. You're doing random maps to try and get little tidbits, but yeah. The thing you do like is that you can start the end game before the campaign is complete if you're at it. Yeah. I think we reached the point where that unlocked last time. D2R doesn't have a post game. A lot of people will be like, post game and D2R is grind. No, D2R just literally doesn't have a post game. You're grinding, you're just grinding for better gear to do weird builds. Which I don't mind doing if the weird builds are engaging. That's one reason I like D2R. Is that I can play around with the builds and they're actually kind of like fun to theory craft. Like, this is a weird thing that shouldn't be possible, but with the right gear I can make it happen. Whereas in a lot of these games, it's like, you are a necromancer. You're always going to be a necromancer. Don't think about putting on that bow. Kind of things. Path of Exile is a little bit more free whenever it comes to stuff like that. You can be a character that does weird stuff that's not class appropriate, but then you have to worry about how you navigate that infernal passive tree. D2R is how you do an in-game without an in-game. Exactly. For me, most of the joy I get from D2R is actually like playing through on new characters. I'd much rather go through like 1 to 87 than grind up to level 99. Okay, so we leveled up. Let's go ahead and get more vitality. I think we are going to go Crimson Gluttony. We need to get up to 20 points in this. I don't know if we necessarily want that or that. We're not going poison right now. Although secondary element poison wouldn't be too bad. Bowmancer's not allowed. What? But Bowmancers are on brand. No, sorry. That is a stupid joke that only Diablo 2 players will get. And I apologize, but I'm not going to feel bad about it. Because frankly, it's great. Oh, ouch. A Glyph of Hope. Oh, that just keeps things from going sideways. It's really gearing out Solo Self found weird and unmeta specs. That's why you've sunk probably 5,000 hours into Bladeson. Bladeson is a ton of fun now, especially since they upgraded the spinny trap, the one that actually floats back and forth. Blade Sentinel. You've been grinding for 3 weeks and only found 7 Sunder Charms. Wow. I'm sorry. That's actually about on par with my bad luck. I do have 2 Sunder Charms on the Assassin that we were playing online. But they're not exactly great Sunder Charms, and it's just Fire and Lightning. Which are just happen to be the 2 that an Assassin needs. It's fine. Wouldn't mind getting more Sunder Charms on it, but I'm not terribly concerned about it. So that was a boss. Grab all their junk. Yeah, I don't remember the pathing through these areas. I suppose if I played through this a lot, I would actually have it memorized, because these are fixed maps. I'm really looking forward to this weapon of ours coming fully online, because it boosts not only the archers, but it boosts the mages as well. Silver Ring of Life. That could be better. Intelligence, increased fire damage, but it's still going to be better than lightning resist, right? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know if our healing... I don't think our healing is based on how much damage we do with the blood thing. Okay, so you could be better. Void resistance. No, same void resistance, increased armor. Not impressed. And yes, we have a golem upgrade. I will deal with it in a bit. And we have volatile zombies. Basically elementals from Diablo 1. For those of you who have played Diablo 1, this is what they are. Messing with the time on Switch to do the same terror zones repeatedly, but if you close down the game, you lose all progress. Oh no! Let's see. Yeah, let's just keep going Vitality. And then we'll do health regen. Although that's 5% health regen per point. So it's not really going to be doing too much for me. Let's see. Oh, we have more points than that. Yes, more vitality. We're just going to go for boosting up our golem a bit. Now he has that he works on. Got you chilling over here where we can get the extra little Morrow Walker. This guy has spells now. He's got the casts. And then we'll start making him swole. Yeah, there's a few tricks to doing the Terror Zone solo, like offline stuff, but I find it generally not worth the hassle. I'd rather just build like a summoner and just meander through an area. Like we're doing now. We are meandering. sell junk. Yes, I know some of these are probably actually really good items that I'm selling for my level, but I don't feel like sorting through them on stream. So we'll sell them, get the money from them, and be perfectly happy. Have the waypoint, yeah. So we have the spot down here that we need to do probably for a side quest, if I remember correctly.
Greetings.
Okay, so yeah, that's going to give us some stuff to do. I think that's all the... Oh, no, we have another one up here.
Who are you?
And defeat the Void Hordes. There we go. I think those are the only quests we get here. But yeah, messing with time on different platforms, it's not hard to do, it's just inconvenient. And no, most of the games I play can't be influenced by that. I think Diablo 2 is literally the only one that I play still that has the little timer things. You can do some of that stuff with like Stanley Parable and stuff. I might do just like a fun stream night just for those. In fact, I'm actually contemplating about setting aside a day just for streaming either community things like Jackbox and stuff like that, or streaming stuff that is just fun, relaxed kind of gameplay rather than let's go with the completely murdering entire societies, because that's what action RPGs have to be. Because otherwise, they're just RPGs. There he is. I was like, where's our guy that's shooting the purples? Oh, we got a relic. That is, I think, the first time I've gotten a relic. Pebble's Collar. Okay, increase minion damage, intelligence, cold resistance. Wait a minute. What do I equip that on? Oh, it's there. I mean, yeah, it's just straight up better than what we had. So that's my first relic, so it's a set item. So at 2 set pieces, 5% chance to replenish 1 potion when Bone Golem hits an enemy. Your summon skeleton spells and attacks deal plus 42 fire, cold, or lightning damage. The element selected is your lowest elemental resistance. I am curious about the rest of that set. 3 to 3. We got really low percent on the increased minion damage. We got decent cold resist on that, though. So melee cold damage is up. That is the first one of those that I've seen. So I guess having to restart was not a bane.
Feel my wrath.
That makes up for losing the ring. Almost. Because the ring was like plus several hundred defense for the golem. So that was pretty nice. I'm going to grab this, which is a shrine. Stunning! We also get another boss fight in here. Sweet. Not that your second life really did much for you. Okay, summon more friends. I will eventually get it down to where we just have the one melee skeleton. I think that's the next one we're going after. Whatever's on the left there. And then we'll go for fire arrows probably, and then convert it to cold. If I really wanted to like min-max things, I would 100% sit down and be like, here's how many points we can put into a specific skill. Let's break it down to exactly what I want. Right now, we are not interested in min-maxing. We are interested in actually, enjoying the game. which surprisingly, despite what many people will claim, are two different things. Oh, avoid centipede. Cute. Okay, so we got the symbol of hope from that. We've also got a glyph of hope over here. I think that's everything we want here. Yep. My Necro can do shenanigans? Absolutely. Every build I do has shenanigans. Okay, so we've got those done. We've got Cold Vengeance, which we could actually use to boost this thing a little bit. But Freezing Grass damage per vitality is +1. So I think we start going Tower of Bones into Fragments of the Fallen. And then we will move down here and start getting increased melee damage. Which, it doesn't seem like it's going to be too hard to do. We just want to make him swole. Want to make big old boy. Yeah, we crossed 10,000. We're doing good. I assume we cannot upgrade relics either. Yeah, I don't think we can do anything with this. Although it does show that we might be able to do that and apply any of these. No forging. Oh, yeah, because we have no forging potential. So if we wanted to say... Let's see, what kind of thing would we want to mess with? Minion health is fine. Minion damage is fine. We wanted to, like, re-roll that. So, Glyph of Chaos. And minion damage? And it should, like, re-roll these? Or we could just do Rune of Ascendance. Costs 25 forging potential just to do that. You know what? Screw it. In for a penny, in for a pound. What did we make? The Invoker's Static Touch. Shock on spell hit, which this is a spell. Yeah. Gain 75 ward when you hit a shocked enemy. +1 to static?
Ill-suited.
Requires level 29. Well, we just kind of got an item we can't use yet, but that's fine. Chaos is selecting one affix and it upgrades it, but also changes the affix randomly. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like that ring. We're not going to use it for a very long time, but it's fine. And I don't have any other rings, so those can go away. Yeah, I don't mind messing around with stuff a bit. So let's see. What base do we want? I think we only have one ring option there, so I'm not even going to bother with it. We'll just use the next rare we get. You never know what you can do with something until you break it. So the rest of our quests are up here and further to the east, of course. We've got one side quest there. Got a side quest here and a main quest there. Yeah, this is what the ruins, and then we go over to Welrin Undercity. Don't know what's in Ruined College. We might end up there, though. Watch us not get any more rare rings at all. That'd be about my luck.
Feel my wrath.
And honestly, I don't mind just being in the middle of them hitting me for a lot of this stuff. Rune of Discovery. I might just use that on, like, a white ring. Just to make, like, a random ring. Especially if it doesn't give me any rings for a while. Just buy junk one and go for it. Okay, so we want to kill all the grays first. I think means coming up this way. I could be wrong. I'm not sure what base ring I would want. Souls of Embers, not what we need. Not what we need in the least. Okay, we should be getting close to the first one of the Avoid Horrors. Well, the second one, sorry. Apparently, we already killed one. Where are you at? Down here, okay.
Feel my wrath.
This is what happens when I play with my rings. I end up with not having one for like an hour and a half. I've done that in Diablo 2 a few times as well, where I'm like, I'm going to craft this, just see what happens, and it turns into garbage. Or it turns into something I just can't use for a very long time. Which is the case here. This is a situation of I just can't use it for a very long time. But I can get shock on stuff. Where am I supposed to go? So it's running away from me. Get back here, dingus. I will track you down. I will kill you. I have a certain set of skills. One of them is blind stubbornness. Like, seriously, I am one of the most stubborn people you will ever meet. This thing will die. It will give me its loots. Get the hell back here. There's an amulet. That's what we're gonna get, amulets. That's what it's gonna do to me. Here's another piece of jewelry you can't appreciate. I mean, I wouldn't mind a better amulet. That's fine. Go Golem. I think that AoE is his thing that boosts by vitality. Oh, that's a nice thing. Okay, where the bloody deuce? Okay, so it's doing a lap that way. Yeah, I could always gamble a ring as well. Why did I not see some of these items whenever I was here last time?
Feel my wrath.
I'm feeling I was being dense. Is there a certain level where gambling rings and stuff on this becomes just not worth it? Okay, so that is freeze rate multiplier, increase fire damage, increase... Oh, that's... Why, game? Could those not be reversed? Give me, like, burn rate multiplier and then increase cold damage. Okay, so skill-wise... Deal with that in just a minute. Go Golem. Okay, so the other guy's back up that way. I think I just randomly stumbled upon them last time. Because they do move around. Sort of. It's because whenever you gamble them, they'll have lower forging potential, so they'll always be weaker than those found. And past around 35 is whenever you have a significant jump in forging potential, so it's considered when it's no longer worth it. Okay. That's good to know. Okay, so now we just have the main quest. We've already done everything except for the other time rifts. Then we get to fight the guy who just waves at us all nice-like. Oh, they shredded my armor, you bastards. Not that it really makes that big of a difference. Oh, God. That wasn't from them shredding my armor right there. That was just from me having crap armor. Crap resists. I should probably be focusing on them a little bit. But I get to wear shinies. I am slightly curious. Is there a way to turn... Oh, it does show over here, doesn't it? If those are like the damage... Nope, that's physical fire. Is there a way to turn this one cold? Explosion deals damage to a larger area. Larger area, but zombies no longer move. Explosion base physical damage and vomits base physical and poison damage are converted to fire. You have giant zombie. You now summon a single large zombie with more health that deals more damage in a larger area. Ooh, it's a way to create a skeleton vanguard. Interesting. So we could get skeleton vanguards. Through the explodey boys. Don't know how long skeleton vanguards last, but extra bodies is always nice. Go, explodey boys! Thank you. Oh, there's another amulet. Those get sold. I can never pick them up. Thank you. Yeah, Golem is doing his work. His big old, like, splash thing is actually doing very well. Okay, so level 19. We have 3 unspent points. Because I haven't been spending them. Let's go for... another minion! The vanguards show up over... Where is it? Whenever one of your minions dies, you have a chance to summon a skeleton vanguard. that deals melee damage using a spear. You're limited to 3 actives. This node also grants additional melee physical. Okay. Don't expire, but they don't have a lot of ways to improve them outside of generic minion stats. Okay. But yeah, it says intelligence scaling and level scaling gains 171 health, 9 per level. And it gains intelligence points to increase damage and stuff like that. So int is pretty much the main way to level them. And even then, it doesn't do a ton. Let's see. Honestly, I don't necessarily see myself wanting to go Vanguards. Even though that is kind of a cool concept. We might do it just for the memes of having more minions. I want more bodies. They just seem to be a pain in the ass to keep up. Like, to keep alive. Because if they're going to start dying, I'll need to be casting the stuff that, like, conjures them more often. But the only way to get the Vanguards is to either A, have things die, or summon the little fire boys. And we'll see if I end up having a slot for fire boys. Because I'm not opposed to just having my bar entirely filled with just summons. It is part of being a summoner, but it'd be nice to be able to, like, use a utility skill every now and then. Like, if I wanted to use Bone Curse to, like, speed up boss fights, that would be probably more handy than having another summon.
Feel my wrath.
Because that boosts damage per hit. Yeah, apply a curse on enemies in an area for 8 seconds to cause physical damage when hit. The damage is tripled if you inflicted the hit yourself. So it just deals a good chunk of damage. And I think I want to possibly town portal before we do that part.
Feel my wrath.
Bonk. Just to sell stuff and do all that kind of fun jazz. Okay. Dip in here, put this onto the idols. Probably never going to use it, but it's there. And the gambler, I think, is back in the home base. I don't think we have a gambler here. I don't think I necessarily want to gamble right now. I'll do it later, whenever we get to a place that actually has a gambler, so I don't have to wander back all the way back to the beginning. And yes, I see the boss coming up behind us. It did. Okay, there's one down. We just kind of go around the loop and get these. I don't think it's going to be terribly difficult. Now, as far as games that I'm going to actually die a lot in, Path of Exile is going to be one that I'm going to be just rubbing my face on enemies. Just because it's going to be a pain in the ass. Because it probably about halfway through the story, it just reaches that point where everything is just one shot or be one shot. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go Necromancer in it. I might try. Just because, you know, supposedly it's not the greatest of builds, but, I mean, why would I not be a Necromancer again? Because if memory serves, all your minions get completely just destroyed by bosses. And also, you have to get the right gear to actually augment your minions anyway. That's one of the harder things in Path of Exile for me as well, is actually choosing the right gear. Because Path of Exile, you have to have not only the stats you want on there, but you have to have the holes. You need to have the sockets. Which I have bad luck, so I end up getting like all freaking red sockets on a mage and all blue sockets on a warrior, for example. They dropped gold. I have to go up here for the gold. Yoink. Okay, assist Welrin's denizens. If I remember correctly, by doing this... What are you doing down there? Stop. What were you fighting? Nothing? Okay. And we are free! I still don't get why this comes out on the other side. Socket everything in PoE, it feels like. Except for, like, a handful of pieces of slots. Because on one hand, I love the idea of the socket system for it. On the other hand, it's inconvenient as hell. So we have the extra summon. Let's go ahead and get the fire arrows. And then we'll start moving up to get these, which we have to go through Unbound Necromancy to get. So I will go like the 2 points into this, grab that. That'll give me the maximum number of skeletons. I need to grab Lone Guardian as well. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Okay, so we want the Fragments of the Fallen, just so we have even chunkier. Where is everyone? They told me to tell you there'll be... Okay, yeah. Gonna be wonderful, just you wait. Yes, it's wonderful. Hi, creepy people. How you doing, creepy people? Yeah, we just have to walk up there. And they'll turn into a big pile of corrupted flesh. Do you like your flesh corrupted? Okay, hi guys. These are just praying ones. These are the weirdos. Hi, thank you for waving at me. Ah, we are cultists. Mouth breathing. It's real.
Yes.
You have no less. Did you find both relics? What are you going to do with them? Now observe. The souls trapped in the phylactery are scared of us, scared of the oblivion of the void. What are you doing? For the final pieces, the void scours that hope from this world. Dang it. Okay, so yeah, we get to fight them. Gotta keep our curse up. More melee goodness. Just step out of the lightning. Unfortunately, the minions do like just hanging out in there. And this thing, fortunately, does not care about actually, not broadcasting its move across the entire area. Boink. And nothing great. So travel east beyond the ruins of Welrin for sacrifice.